Oh, baby. The first stream of 2023. April 1st, 2023. 6:55 a.m. We are live. And we're here with another Xbox video. I'll get to current stuff at some point. But we're on this Xbox kick right now, so here you go. Let me let everybody know. Let's go here. Go home. Alright, I'll close that out. Fred, Happy New Year, brother. How you doing? You're on early. So am I. So there's a new Mortal Kombat 32X hack, so I want to check that out. Happy New Year, Fred. It's gonna be a crazy week. We're kicking it off early here. All right. I'm about to go into work. Oh, crap. Well, depending on what happens, maybe I'll catch you there. I don't know. I just woke up a little while ago. Like a half an hour ago, if even. So we're going to look at Trainwreck. What's going on, brother? How you doing? Yeah, I figured I'm going live, so I'll just talk to you here. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll be over there, maybe not. I got a lot of shopping done last night. So we're going to go here to Genesis. I don't think there's copyrighted music. We'll check out, see if, Okay. I'm going to mute it. Select a game. We got a few games here. Let's check out this Mortal Kombat. What's it right here? We'll try this for 32X. Here we go. All right, I'll catch you on Wednesday, Fred. Thanks for stopping by and Happy New Year. So this is called Mortal Kombat 2 32X Arcade Edition. Well, they added stuff that was cut. Aim nerf. Sounds good to me. They made this version, yeah. Well, let's see. I just heard about this morning.
Fight.
The guy tweeted it out. This controller is like kicking is the bumpers. They use the old Street Fighter layout.
Flawless victory.
Actually, I have this game on 32X.
Fight. Finish him.
Hey.
Wins. Flawless victory.
Well, this is the 32X. They added... This is the 32X version that they went inside and added more stuff.
Fight.
Hey, why is the music the same? I'm not impressed by this hack. Yeah, I'm not impressed. Alright, so it doesn't read CHD files. Let's try Cosmic Carnage. Yeah, the original game has that problem too, but not like that. So, I don't know. I have this game too. Alright, good. So we're playing this Genesis emulator on the OG Xbox. Very nice. Very nice game. You know, I could flip over here. Alright, we can exit this. Check out Knuckles. This has to be the slowest Sonic game known to man. Alright, good. Whatever. I gotta get these in. Gotta get these Power Rangers in. Oh, crap. Nice. This emulator runs fine. I used to use this one back in the day anyway, like 20 years ago. Alright, what's up? What's going on? Load a disk image. Take a little break here. Catch up with the chat room. So Insignia hasn't been sending out codes the last couple of days. I don't know if they just took New Year's off. Try to get a couple more codes. I would say if you guys are going to sign up for Insignia, do it now. Because I don't know how long it's going to take with the codes. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Cross-Gen Bundle for Xbox Digital. It's $54.49 at Newegg. That's a fucking steal. It's cheaper than it is on Xbox right now, actually. By $6. Oh, that was 20 hours ago. Oops. Is it still on sale? Hold on. Shit, I don't even know what my Newegg email is. Okay. I don't want marketing. Let's add it to the cart. Check out. Code. Shit, doesn't work. Yeah, it was deal of the day yesterday for $54.49. It's still on sale for $59, but so it's the same price on Xbox. Okay. That sucks, man. I didn't realize it. I'll get it for the store's account. Alright, how do I get my cart? I'll delete it. They still have Forza Horizon 5 for $25. It's crazy. I think I'm going to sign up as Cornhub. Hey, man. Dude, if I were you, I would just put fucking Pornhub. Who cares? I don't think they're going to ban you. That would be fucking funny, though, if you're playing with Pornhub. If you want Cornhub, go with it. If I were you, sign up for that code. Go to their website, put your email in, and get that. Sign up to register for the code. Because they haven't sent me a code in almost 3 days. And I use like 3 different email addresses. So the freaking C button is mapped to the bumper. The right bumper. That's why I'm having like trouble with certain games. Ah. Yeah. You like that, huh? Not only DLC now, went ahead. Got Halo 2 just in case they add it. Yeah. So if you go to insignia.live and click on games, all the games listed are the games that are currently compatible. So this way you don't have to download like every single game that comes out, but there you go. I hit the damn fast forward button. Who is it? What's he doing here? He's from Florida, this guy. Ah! Oh! Oh, the video encoder chip. Too bad this game never got a remake.
Shell shock.
Alright, so we can exit. Alright, so there's Sega Genesis on the OG Xbox. I got some ones that were on the list. Alright, cool. I don't even know if anybody's on this thing right now. Insignia.live. What games? People are on. Wow, there's only one person on Phantasy Star. Shocking. Unreal Championship, Counter Strike. Just so you know, Trainwreck, Tetris Worlds Online doesn't work properly on a 1.6 Xbox. So that game, you might not be able to run. WWF Raw, right? That's it. I'm on Xbox Live. Now it says Ric Flair is playing. Yep. It says Ric Flair is playing 13 on Xbox Live right now. SWAT, we can't figure out how to play that online. It says, like, there's an Xbox Live mode, but I think it's just for DLC. I don't know. If you could figure it out, let me know. Because me and Frank were, like, stuck the other day. Yeah, Ric Flair's in here by himself. Ric Flair's gonna get mad at me now. We have heat, brother. I should just put trainers on this and just beat it. I don't know if I have trainers on here though. On this Xbox in particular. What the hell is today? Sunday? I keep thinking today's Friday for some reason. Like, New Year's and Christmas screwed me up. Nobody's got the balls to come in. Everyone's too drunk. Come on. Ah! Ric Flair had a sudden heart attack? Wow. That might happen. Ugh. This friggin' cocktail sauce like screwed up my throat. Alright, I'm gonna quit the game. No one's coming in. Let's see what else I got on here. You see, I think Elpar X was the old version of Chimp. I still have on here. So the reason why when we were doing Frank's Xbox and my Xbox on live stream, we had to go to NK Patcher settings and install the fonts. Jamie, what's up, brother? Hey ho, to a new year we go. And 7 dwarves over here. What's going on, man? Okay. So I don't have trainers on here. Do I have Mortal Kombat 2 on here? Yeah, I do. I got 1 and 2. A mix of 7 dwarves and a Thunderboard. The Thunderbird. If I could read today. So somebody ripped this game off the Midway Arcade Treasures disc, and they just made it its own executable. Not too hard. Once you get the code, it's over. Yep. And Danhausen, very nice, very evil. Of some sort. You know, that's what sucks, man. Danhausen was making videos with CM Punk all the time. And now that Punk is gone, it's like... Danhausen's still good, but he's like falling off a little bit. Oh, I lose. Very nice, very evil. Yes. Well, look who's calling a shy, exactly. Yeah, did you... I don't know, did you see that report that Jericho flat out said publicly? Well, it wasn't a report, it was from Meltzer, Jericho's fucking friend over there. Jericho will stop at nothing to make sure CM Punk doesn't come back. I'm like, bro. That's the end of the company. You got rid of the... That's like if Hulk Hogan went to WCW and they just said, yeah, we don't want you, Hogan. And they ran him out. It's like, dude, that's the biggest star of the company. Like, yeah, Hogan did fucked up shit down there, but you know what? He got them on the map, right? The guy is one of the better comedy yeah, I agree. Danhausen's great. I like how Danhausen, it's such a simple gimmick that nobody would think of, you know? Just be like an evil Dracula guy that flat out tells you he just in it for the money. Like, very unique gimmick. Like, that's the type of gimmick that, like, is original. And I think that's very creative, actually. For the monies. Yeah, remember he was, like, getting teeth to sell for money. And then they did that thing where, like, he was going to Britt Baker for the teeth. Or if you saw that. That was funny, though. Because all this stuff works into his little gimmick, you know? Jericho thinks he's more important and more useful than he probably really is. Such a tool. Yeah, he is a tool. Jericho was good, but then Jericho became a fucking egomaniac over here. I mean, he's always had an ego. But, dude, he fucked up the whole company. It's all because Punk didn't want to do his podcast when he left WWE. Jericho tried to get him, and he said on the Cole Cabana podcast, he goes, I'm not going to do a fucking podcast with Chris Jericho. Ever since then, Jericho's wanted blood. And he got it. So there you go. He went very evil recently. Dropping a jar of teeth over the dude before the super kick. Yeah, they're fake. Danhausen's great. Great gimmick. It's too bad he's, like I said, man, that's those CM Punk skits he was doing with him. They were really cool. They were really funny. They played off each other very well, too. Now he's on his own, so... That was fucking funny how he debuted, though. Like, in the main event, he just gets right out from under the ring and starts cursing people. That was great. These Deer Hunter games go online, too. Cabela's. This Gauntlet game goes online. Let's check this out. Kershaw, he walks away waving it. Yeah, I love that. It's such a stupid gimmick, but it's simple. And it works. And it's original. Like you said, it's original. Can't fault the guy. I should do dungeon. Yeah, Ric Flair's playing. This guy looks like Spartacus. Yeah, Frank couldn't get this game to work. He's gonna have to re-download it. Game doesn't look bad. He's gonna be world champion. I doubt he's one of the guys that still draws the money. He's like potato chips.
Red Warrior is born anew.
I mean, is he gonna be world champion? I doubt it. Yeah, no, but he's good. He's good entertaining factor. You see, those are like mid-card, low-end mid-card guys that you need on the card. You know what I mean? Kind of like how like a Crash Holly. You knew Crash Holly wasn't going to be world champion. That's why they gave him the hardcore title. But he was fucking entertaining as hell with that thing. That's the whole thing that Danhausen got down, man. He doesn't even need to win a title, and he's already special, you know? That's why I say props to him. Hook comes across the average teen who's a starter in a boxing game. Yeah, he does. I think Hook is a little overrated, but you know what, man? If the people are behind him, why not? I'll go with it. I think he's a good worker, you know, but definitely needs to work on the gimmick a little bit. I mean, his father is like the guy, you know?
Red Warrior is about
Choose ships, yeah.
Red Warrior has died. Red Warrior is born anew.
I can't see if somebody jumped in. Frank's gonna have to show me how to play this game. Man, that's why I like AEW, you know what I mean? Like, they just let shit go, but... they fucked the whole company up. Everyone was waiting for CM Punk to get there. He gets there, everything's good. And then they get one fucking fight, and that's the end of the fucking world, you know what I mean? So, shit sucks, man. We definitely needed an alternative to WWE. I mean, they're not direct competition, but they were a nice alternative, and they were better than TNA. The only thing I'll give TNA credit for is that, you know, Dixie Carter controlled these guys for the most part. You know, they weren't fucking fighting backstage and screaming at each other and shit. AEW gave me hope. Now that hope has faded away. Yeah, me too. Dude, AEW, it doesn't matter what they do. They can't... unless they have Punk and these guys agree to just, like, squash it and move on, then they'll get me back. But if they don't, then there's no fucking point. Because no matter who they bring in, there's going to be a problem. And at that point, why the fuck am I watching this show? You know what I mean? They said Jungle Boy, and I like Jungle Boy because I used to watch his father on TV all the time. Dax Hardwood, he said that when FTR came to AEW, Jungle Boy was like upset because he's like, oh, these guys are coming here to take my spot. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? You guys were fucking indie guys, and these guys are from WWE. They're coming down here to try to make the company better as a whole. And you indie fucking idiots got this mentality that you're like WWF superstars. It's like, motherfucker, they came down there to help bring the company up, which means they're helping to bring you up. And they're worried about your spot? Jungle Boy, man, you got a spot. You're good to go. But that's the mentality that killed WCW. And that's the mentality that fucked up the WWF locker room after they bought WCW. Because when the WCW guys came in, a lot of WWF guys were like, oh, well, we beat you, so we don't want you in our locker room. It's like, are you kidding me? Like, you own these guys now. Like, they work with you. Like, work together. Make the company better. Everyone's got to stick up their ass in wrestling, and I'm fucking tired of it. You know how much chaos and shit it causes for the fan base? I thought they said Hook was Taz's kid, but he looks more like a straight-up boxer. A stand-up boxer. A roll submission and less Taz being more boxer. But that's fine, because you know why? They're giving Hook his own identity, you know what I mean? Because how many of these WWF guys, they try to take after their parents and they just failed. Because they can't live up to the only guy I think that like succeeded through that was Randy Orton, Goldust. Those guys. A lot of them can't be like their parents. The Usos, they're doing pretty good. Let them be themselves. Yeah, man, exactly. Let them be their own superstars. So you remember Hook for Hook. Like, when you think of Hook, Jamie, you think of the potato chips and the boxer stance. You don't think of Tazmission and singlets and orange. You don't think you don't think about that shit at all. Like, it's two completely different characters. That's what you kind of want. You don't want a ripoff unless, like, it was a really good gimmick or something. Where you gotta, like, continue it with the family, but... Like Cody Rhodes, you don't think of, like... When he's wrestling, you don't think of Dusty. You think, okay, this is Cody Rhodes. Dustin Rhodes, again, you don't think of Dusty, you think of Dustin Rhodes. Goldust, or whatever you want to... He's got his own style, he's got his own gimmick. That's what you want, like, you know what I mean? Because they tried doing the natural Dustin Rhodes with Dusty, and it just didn't work. It's Taz is tanned as fuck. Hook isn't, yeah. We used to make fun of Taz, and me and my friend, we used to say Taz butters his legs. Because he would come out all shiny with baby oil, and we're like, dude, what's going on with this guy? Here's that crazy Shrek game. Should we just do it? We should just do it. I think what they did with Taz and Hook was pretty good. As far as, like... Taz was... Yeah, he's Puerto Rican. Taz is Puerto Rican. His father's Italian and his mother's Puerto Rican. Because they did the WWF... that DVD. Superstars... Before They Were Stars DVD. And he has his parents on there. And they talk about all that stuff. I think Hook is, I think Taz said his wife is Irish. So that's why, you know, Hook is, like, not, like, as tanned. I mean, we all know Taz tans, but he's not as dark as Taz. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Taz even talked about, they gave him and Michael Cole, like, a spot on Howard Stern once. For, like, a week. And I think he said that people think, like, he's like, I got brothers saying, hey, brother. And he goes, I'm not a brother. He talked about it once, about being too tanned. Don't see no, yeah. Yeah, if you get that DVD, they talk about all that. They even interview his parents as well. His name is Peter Senercha. which they talk about on the freaking DVD as well. Because they show the clip of Joey Styles say, "Oh, my guest announcer was Peter Sinertia, but you may know him as Taz." Dude, you know they were having fucking fun just acting stupid with this game.
I'm expected to work with these mega ration foods. My bratwurst is not to your liking, American. It is the finest in all Germany.
Your bratwurst suck. Why is this motherfucker dressed like it's 1998? My guy and this guy are dressed like the time period. This guy over here isn't.
Better dump your kit bag in your barracks, Captain. We can talk when you're done checking in.
What is this, a hotel? Lazy ass studio develop. That was probably a dev. He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna wear my regular clothes in this game. AEW gets its shit together and make good transition after a bolts. Yeah, I hope AEW. Look, they're losing ever since the CM Punk deal. They lost a lot of viewership and the ratings are fucking plummeting. But they gotta get, like, you know, Jericho. They gotta get this guy out of there. Because he's fucking the company up. It's kind of like Hogan in WCW. The only difference is Hogan was actually entertaining to fucking watch.
Step away from the death zone or I will open fire.
You cannot escape, American.
This time,
Khan needs to get control and Jericho needs to go. Yes, I agree. And the Bucks too. Look, I know it's all Elite Wrestling. It's because of the Bucks, but the Bucks, Jericho, all those guys, they're power playing everybody else, and that's what. Dude, all the guys from NXT that they snagged, they basically put NXT out of business, the Triple H version of it, and stole their fucking talent. That's crazy. Now, you got all those NXT guys counting the days down where they could go back to WWE. Like, what happened? The minute Triple H took over WWE, this guy Tony Khan fucking flew off the handle and lost control completely. He's let Regal go back. He should have been like, you know what, motherfucker, you signed a contract. You're staying here. Roll call. And those guys are now coming back to NXT. Yeah. It's like 5 different camps in here. In there. I like Jericho back in the day, but now he just let everything go to his head. Yeah. You know what the funny thing is about Jericho? Like him and Guerrero and all those guys, they didn't like it when Hogan was doing it to them in WCW. Now this guy's doing the fucking Hogan shit to everybody else in AEW. That's why I call him Hollywood Chris Jericho. Because that's all this guy does now. He fucks everything up. He's got Tony Khan's ear, and that's not a good thing. We've seen that before. It's not a good thing at all.
Not exactly the Hilton, is it? But it sure beats
The Hilton.
dumps the Krauts have thrown me and O'Brien in this.
Dude, how the fuck does he have that reference back in the day?
Over there. I'm Clancy. Between us, we could probably write the guidebook on German prison camps.
You want to talk about USB sticks? The Hilton. Were there Hilton hotels back in the day like that in World War II? He really is from 1998.
Say, Clancy, was it? You know how I could get out of here?
You're asking the wrong guy. Tried going over the wire, under the wire, through the wire. Now, I reckon I'm content just to stare.
Because you know what's going to happen.
Want advice? Try
When AEW folds, Jericho's just going to go back to WWE and go in the Hall of Fame. He's not going to care. We've seen it happen with guys, man. They like TNA. They all went down there for a payday. None of those motherfuckers cared about the company. They all pretended they did, but they didn't. They're like, yeah, Vince doesn't want us anymore. This league's giving us money. And you got the product that you got because they were just there to make a few dollars. TNA, you know, sucks.
How do you know O'Brien?
Me and O'Brien got picked up by the Krauts in Italy. Must be over a year ago now. Since then, we've been shipped around so often it feels like we're joining the circus. Next stop, Stalag Luft. Looks like the end of the line for us.
Why are there only 2 of you here?
Jones, Barkley, Anderson, and Foster were transferred last week. This place is just a temporary holding camp and stop-off point for German supply trucks.
He just wants power and influence. Yeah, that's pretty much what these guys want. And money.
I'll speak to you later.
How are you holding up, Captain? Make sure you don't end up like Clancy
Listen,
over there.
I'm not saying CM Punk is the be-all, end-all.
But he's been through so many
But right
fights,
now,
he pretends the fight's gone right
he's the
away.
guy that they need for that company. Is he like the best worker in the ring? No. The guy keeps getting hurt, but he's the attraction. Like WWE had Hulk Hogan, Undertaker, Stone Cold, The Rock. They have CM Punk. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Dude, it's just like WCW when they brought Hogan in. It was a big fucking deal because people were now looking at the company. See, you bring CM Punk to AEW, you had a lot of people looking at the company. Now that he's gone and everyone knows it's all bullshit, everyone left. I left. I don't watch this shit anymore. And I know that other people left because I follow Twitter and everyone's like, yo, this is bullshit. I quit watching. They were like, I quit watching because of WWE. I came back for AEW, and then now because of all this shit, I left again. A lot of people are just done with wrestling because, like, you can't have anything. You got guys coming back. They fire people. The guys are getting fucking buried and all this stuff. It's like, what are you watching this shit for? Imagine if you bought a Spider-Man comic and everyone's dead by the end of the book. You're like, well, I'm not going to stick around. You go see a Spider-Man movie, Ned lives at the end, and everyone else is dead. You'd be like, I'm not going to see the next movie because nobody fucking cares about Ned. All Punk has to do is sync AEW is go to WWE. Yeah, he does, but you know what? He's got Big Nose in his way. Is Big Nose going to bring him back?
I'm not looking to stick around here. And
That's it, Captain. Never give up.
That's what I'm saying.
As for ideas,
Punk is like a perfect fit for
it's
AEW.
only a small camp, but security's still pretty tight. But look, if you're serious about giving it a go,
In WWE, what's he really going to do there?
if you're willing to do me a favor.
I'm listening.
You see, there's a little business I need to take care of with one of the guards. I won't go into detail, but the bottom line is I need some currency. I'm sure there's some in sickbay. My last attempt to reach it.
A lot of guys from back in the day that weren't very good in the ring, but they were entertaining. Yeah. You see, like I said earlier, with Punk and Dan Housing, the skits worked because they played off each other well. You're not going to get that anymore. Now that brings guys like Dan Housing down a little bit. You know what I mean? FTR, they were gonna team with Punk for the trios. That brings them down a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, they gotta figure this shit out. And they still have Punk under contract. Mostly because he's still, you know, healing from his injury, but if I'm Tony Khan, man, I gotta sit down and I gotta talk to this guy and I gotta talk to the EVPs. And I gotta get this shit worked out. The problem is this motherfucker let a rumor run rampant around the company to the point where it fucked his company up. And that's all on him. You blame Tony Khan at the end of the day. He didn't grow a pair of fucking balls. He fired Colt Cabana, or he was going to fire Colt Cabana, whatever the hell happened. Once the rumors came out about Punk being involved in that, he knew it wasn't true, but he didn't shut the rumors down, and that's what led to all this shit. You got to take control of your company. And the guy has enough money to fucking say, you know what? I got a pair of balls. Let's play. Instead, the guy just sat back and let his whole company get destroyed over a fucking rumor. Over a rumor about a guy that doesn't draw fucking $5. Colt Cabana. You could have Colt Cabana right now down the street. Okay? Hey, man, Colt Cabana's down the street. Yeah, alright, fuck that guy. You're going to probably get like 10 people that show up. You say, hey, man, CM Punk is down the street. Holy fuck, there's probably going to be a line of over 100 people out there in like 5 minutes.
Maybe. Dollars or rack marks.
Sorry, I should explain. Currency.
Yep, that's what happened when you got no control. You're right.
To retrieve from the more illegal areas of the camp. You know.
This is where they prove Vince McMahon right.
Kind of thing. Some things are more valuable than others.
Vince
of course.
McMahon, they always said was like the warden, and people would walk on eggshells. Apparently, that's how you have to do it. Because guess what? People in WWE ain't acting fucking stupid like that. And when they do, like, Vince gets rid of them. The whole thing that happened at the scrum, we were watching the scrum. Me, Jeff, and Frank were watching the scrum. The minute CM Punk started burying the company, I looked at Frank. I was like, this is the beginning of the end. I was like, this starts right now. And I was right. It killed all the momentum. And he wasn't wrong. A lot of people say, well, he shouldn't have handled it like that. No, he should have handled it like that. Because you know what? For fucking months, he's been hearing about how he got somebody fired that he had nothing to do with. So he had an open forum. He had all the fucking dirt sheet guys in the room with him. And he flat out fucking called everybody out. And that's the whole point of CM Punk. The guy leaves his gimmick. And everyone's like, oh, he was unprofessional. No! He was right next to the owner of the company. He didn't cut him off once. In fact, Tony Khan shook his head and agreed with him. Which is why it started when Cody left. Cody kept the control. Well, that's the whole thing, Jamie. There were rumors about Cody, too, before he left. The EVPs were saying that Brandy was hard to work with and all this other shit. It wasn't true. And he signed an NDA, so he can't talk. When the Punk shit happened, Brandy Rhodes tweeted, I got a lot of shit to say. That's all she tweeted. Because she knows it's bullshit. These guys, these Young Buck guys, they're all fucking nuts. They don't want anybody in the company that's going to outshine them. I don't know who Colt Cabana was till Punk mentioned him. Well, when any of that have happened with Cody, That could have happened if Cody was there. I don't know. But I think Cody was like... Cody leaving told you there was a big problem. But we didn't realize it at the time. We were like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Now, that this happened with CM Punk, you go back and you reevaluate the Cody thing. And they're like, okay, there were like rumors about Brandy and all this other shit. And you're like, it makes sense. And we had heard before the Cody thing that Cody and the Elite, they weren't on speaking terms anymore for months. For about 6 months prior to him leaving. And then magically, him and Tony Khan can't come to an agreement. Gee, I wonder if Chris Jericho talked to Tony Khan that day. So, you go back to Cody Rhodes leaving. And at the time, we were like, fuck Cody Rhodes, blah, blah, blah. We got CM Punk, whatever. And then a couple months later, CM Punk was out. And then that's when you go back and you're like, okay. Some shit went down. Then shit went off the rails. Yeah, exactly. It sucks, man, because AEW started out really good this year. Even without Cody, like, they were ready to go. They were ready to rock and roll. Everything was good. But you know what? This is going to keep happening. Now you got Eddie Kingston saying we don't want any fuckboys coming into AEW. Meaning like WWE guys. It's like, asshole. The only reason why you're on fucking TV and people know who you are is because those guys were coming in to shine the light on you.
So what's in it for me?
Well, if you can get into the sickbay and get me the 50 currency...
These guys don't understand how their own fucking industry works. I don't know if it's the steroids or just stupidity or both.
Okay, I'm in.
Right, come and find me when you've got the currency. Oh, and one more thing. Have a word with Clancy. He spent some time in the sickbay not so long ago.
I'll speak to you later.
What'll you be needing, Captain?
How much currency did...
50. Hope that won't be a problem. Like I said, the sickbay is the place to look. Let me know when you've got it.
I'll speak to you later.
What'll you be needing, Captain?
I'll speak to you later.
We should play Mech Assault? Yeah, let me know. When you get up and running, we'll play Mech Assault. I'll be doing Fred's Xbox on Wednesday live. The proper way to soft mod an Xbox with an with an SSD. I was gonna say HDD.
Stop, or I will fire.
Why? Why is he firing at me?
This time you were lucky, Captain. Think twice before irritating the guards again.
But yeah, AEW's got to get their shit together. You got CM Punk. You still have him under contract. Get these fucking guys in a room and get it done. Jamie, I'll take care, buddy. Stay safe out there. I'll catch you later. I'll be streaming again throughout the day, so I'll see you later. Thanks for hanging out, man. They gotta get this shit together, man. He needs to figure all this shit out now. Yeah, well, I mean, he lost a shit ton of ratings. A lot of people gave up on AEW. Despite the internet saying, like, yeah, fuck CM Punk or whatever. Half their audience left. And they didn't go to WWE. They left.
Good morning, gentlemen. I am delighted to see you all so eager to face the day. Dismissed.
The frog guy. A slug. He looks like a slug. I like how Meltzer got all fucking pissed off at Dax. He was like, of all the people. I advocated for you guys to win the tag titles, blah, blah, of all the people. So now he's going to be on... FTR is going to be on Meltzer's hit list. On who to bury for 2023, so stay tuned for that. It's insane. ACR, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Happy New Year. What are these guys doing? Why do I have to open the door? Why are they following me? I don't know where to go. I guess this is where we go. Chilling. Good. Today's the day to relax and hang out. So, of course, my PlayStation 5, like, SSD module was supposed to be delivered yesterday. What happens at 4 p.m.? Oh, it's going to be delivered on Monday. So I went to Best Buy and bought another one, but I overpaid. So I'm going to see if I can hold out till Monday. Get the one that I ordered originally for cheap. And then do that unboxing and do that whole setup process. And I'll return the one to Best Buy. Next, lunchtime. Wow, they had breakfast and lunch in like a matter of 5 minutes. Well, I don't understand about this. If this is a temporary camp, why do they have like... And they even said like it's a holding pattern before they bring it to the other place. Why are these guys here for so long? Why do they have a chef? Why do they have all this stuff? Exercise yard? Like, why do they have all that shit? This game needs cheats. Afternoon, free time. Yeah, meat and chips. Big Bumpin' Burger King. Should we download that? Maybe I'll get that. Yeah, why not? Big Bumpin'. Hey guys, what are you talking about? Alright, let me go get something to drink. I'll be right back.
You Americans just have to do things the hard way.
Alright, I'm back. Why did I get thrown in jail? Because I didn't go to lunch or dinner or some shit?
Good morning, gentlemen. I am delighted to see you all so eager to face the day. Dismissed!
Yes! Stop. I'll open fire. You know, I've been playing this game for 20 years. Not like seriously, but I have never seen the ending. I know what the ending is, but I haven't seen it. I just watched this shit on YouTube one day.
Stop!
One guy
Or I will
playing
fire!
Oh.
You Americans
What
just
did I do?
have
I
to
didn't do
do
anything.
things the hard way.
Your American slices of cheese just has to do things the hard way. Yeah, what this guy has to do for a Turbo Man doll around here.
Good morning, gentlemen. I am delighted to see you all so eager to face the day. Dismissed!
Oh, what did I get? Big bumpin'. What's the other game? Alias? We have Atari Anthology on here. Yeah, I get that. Excuse me. I don't love those Doritos at 8:30 in the morning. You ever not like to drink beer? Oh, you're thirsty.
Stop, or I will fire.
What did I do? Because I didn't go to breakfast, they're gonna shoot me?
You Americans just
JP
have to do
Zombie
things
89,
the
Happy New Year,
hard
brother.
way.
Hope it's a great year for the crew. Well, it's, as you know, it's going to be a 10-year anniversary on this channel. I've been on YouTube since 2006 with my other channels, but Anthony and I started this channel in 2013. It's crazy, right?
Good morning,
What silly
gentlemen.
game, Sneaky?
I am delighted to see you all so eager to face the day. Dismissed!
Big bumpin'. Atari Arcade. Big pimpin'. Big bumpin'.
My bratwurst is not to your liking, American. It is the finest in all Germany.
Bratwurst suck. That's why you're making it for prisoners. They're not gonna hire a world-renowned chef to make prison food, fucking idiot. This guy thinks his cooking is so good.
What can I do for you, Captain?
Say,
You're asking the wrong guy. Tried going over the wire, under the wire, through the wire. Now, I reckon I'm content just to stare at the wire. You want advice? Try O'Brien. That old fool just won't give up.
Resident Evil 4 Remake is nearing completion in the final spurt of development, says producer Yoshiaki Harabara, whatever the fuck. Well, that's good. (2022), there were a lot of good games that came out. I think this year is going to be better with game releases, but we'll see. I mean, you're going to definitely have GoldenEye. You're going to have Resident Evil, you're going to have Dead Space. You know, a lot of crazy stuff is going to go down. With gaming, so it seems like this year should be good. That's awesome, man. Congrats on the 10 years. Keep kicking ass. Let's get another. Yeah, I don't know about that, man, but we'll see. I was supposed to retire this year, podcasting, but I decided to stick around. Probably gonna podcast till I literally drop dead. So this is my next like career move. You know what it was? Since the whole picnic, the last couple of years, since I've been locked in the house and been home, kind of like streaming a lot more, podcasting and doing all this stuff. I mean, I was doing that before, but I was also going to work. Now it's just like I have more fun doing this shit now. I mean, running the shop is cool, but it's kind of like a side project at this point. One of these days, I'd like to, I don't know if we ever move, I'll definitely dedicate a room to like podcasting. Or if I end up doing what Frank did, and I build a shed in the backyard and dedicate that shit to just podcasting and gaming. You know, that's the goal, is to like try to get something built. Because I'm in my, you know, I'm in a bed, another bedroom in the house, which is like my computer room. But, you know, it's not as, like, luxurious as, like, a podcasting room or whatever. Like, that's the whole thing. We want to, like, get a room so that, like, Frank could come here and he could sit down and we can do all the camera work and all that stuff. Make, like, a studio. But that takes a lot of time and a lot of money. Right now I'm in the middle of, helping a family member get a house, so the studio thing ain't gonna happen for a little bit. But definitely, that's the goal: is to get like a studio or another room built, or get a shed outside or whatever dedicated to podcasting and gaming, like streams and shit like that. You know what I mean? So that's what I want to do. That's how I want to retire from like all this shit. The store is good, but you know, so many people there drive me nuts. I'm sticking with that because, you know, once I close the shop, that's it. Like, I can't do it again. So I'm taking that little by little. But yeah, the ultimate goal would be to podcast and stream games until I drop dead in the chair. That's awesome. Congrats on 10 years. I'm optimistic about games, but not the economy. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Keep sticking with it. Your streams are awesome. Thank you. When I'm not in the live chat, I watch the archives. Feels like I'm hanging out with buddies shooting the shit. Yeah, that's just us. Like, when we do the podcast, we're literally talking how we would if we were hanging out. Yeah, sometimes we over-exaggerate, but we do that in real life. Like, we make fun of stuff. You know, it's fun, man. Just that's pretty much my plan for the way that I want this stuff to go down. But I got a lot of health problems, so I don't know if I'll make it another 10 years. We don't know. I had some people pass away last year, and it was a bummer. People my age, and it took it out of me. So I'm just trying to move forward, and I'm trying to do what I can do. We're all here for a little bit of time, man. We're not here forever, so we gotta try to get as much done as we can. You guys have the knowledge and are authentic. Oh, if I could speak today. You guys have the knowledge and are authentic. Game complainers could definitely grow a lot more. Yeah, you know what it is, too? Thank you for that. But, I think because of the name, people don't want to, like, network with us. They think we're, like, bad people or something. It's like, dude, it was a joke. Like, and you know what? We used to complain about the prices of games. Like, not like, oh, this game's not worth $60. Sometimes we did that, but we would complain like there was a guy, what was it, Cheapy D? The guy used to have deals, quote deals, but we were finding deals that were cheaper than his deals, and we were like, yo, what the hell? This guy doesn't even know about half these deals that are out there. Like, if you went to Target, they had like a clearance section. You got Ratchet and Clank brand new on PS3 for like $5. Meanwhile, this guy's like, oh, Ratchet and Clank is on sale for $25 at Best Buy. It's like, dude, I could get that for $5. That was a long time ago, though. That was like when we first started. And then we complained about like Assassin's Creed Unity. Anthony got it at midnight. Him and all his friends went to GameStop. And they were going to stay up all night and play it. Guess what? They got home and the fucking thing didn't connect. It was a buzzkill for them. So we talked about that. You know what I mean? Like, this wasn't supposed to go on for this long. But the name is a brand and that's what it is. I'm not going to change it. I was thinking about changing it, but you can't do it because nobody's going to know who the hell we are anymore. So, Mine's advice and wish health for you going forward. Thank you. Yeah, you're genuine dudes. That's what makes the channel great. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, we just say how we feel, man. 1 week we're like on Sony. 1 week we're okay with Sony. Like, 1 week we're okay with Xbox. 1 week we're on Xbox for doing stupid shit. It's just how we feel in the moment. Nintendo, I'm always going to have shit with Nintendo. You know why I always shitting on Nintendo? Because I love Nintendo. And they fucked me because they said, okay, you grew up. Now we're done with you. Do you have kids? We want to market to your kids. It's like, no, man. I grew up with you, and I want you guys to be better. Nintendo could end this, quote, console war tomorrow. They just have to come out with a box that could whoop everyone's ass, which they can do. And they have all the third-party support, and they're ready to rock and roll. But Nintendo chooses not to do that. They choose to be in third place, and I don't know why. They could totally, like, rule. And they just don't want to. You know? They want to sit in the corner and keep collecting the money. Which I guess that's what business is for, right? But at the same time, you got to grow the business. And Nintendo put Sega out of business so that Nintendo could rest on their laurels, and that was it. Sega was innovating, and Nintendo made sure they put them out. And it's like, dude, imagine if they didn't put Sega out. Sega would have had so many crazy things going on right now. But that's what happens when you're number one. You beat the competition, then you get lazy.
How do you know O'Brien?
That's my
Me
problem
and
with
O'Brien
Nintendo.
got picked up by the Krauts in Italy. Must be over a year.
It's definitely not there. Yeah, it should totally be, and it's not because they choose not
Is
to
it
be in
true
it.
you
Yeah, sprained my ankle a while back.
The Switch is an
It's behind the
embarrassment.
mess
It's
hall,
great.
down in
It's
the
a great little
southeast corner of the
handheld.
camp.
The games that run on it run great. I think it's good for like retro games and stuff like that and ports, but dude, half the games now can't even run on the fucking Switch, and they don't do anything about it. They just don't care because they know people are gonna buy it, and that's like the wrong way to look at it. When I grew up, Nintendo was always innovating graphically. They were trying to be ahead of the competition. That's not the same Nintendo anymore. They're innovating in different ways. They innovated by making the console the portable. Okay, great. Where do you go from here? They're going to have to make another box at some point. Nintendo's like the Attitude Era. Vince bought WCW and it was a downfall. Yeah. Well, he bought the competition and there was nobody to bounce off of. And look what happened. After Vince bought WCW, WWF was number one. And slowly but surely, they declined. Because you don't have competition. What are you going to do? And that's what happened here. If Nintendo wants to stay in the handheld market, great. I don't have an issue with that. But I'm telling you, excuse me, if they had a meeting tomorrow over there, and they said, you know what? We're going to make the most powerful console we can make. We have the best games. We're going to get all the third-party support. We're going to be unstoppable. They could totally kill PlayStation tomorrow. If Microsoft and Nintendo, because they're in the same cul-de-sac over there in Redmond, if Microsoft and Nintendo partnered, and Nintendo said the Switch, we're gonna take care of the portable stuff, but we're gonna make our games also on the Xbox, only on Xbox. They would knock Sony right out of the. Sony would be done. And that's what Nintendo wants. Nintendo hates Sony. I don't think people understand. I see people on Twitter like, oh, Sony and Nintendo are friends. Like, no, they're not. They are absolutely not friends, and Nintendo hates them. Nintendo wants PlayStation done. Nintendo's still pissed about that whole deal that went down back in the day. Why do you think Nintendo helps Microsoft? Right? So, if they did that tomorrow, though, forget it. Microsoft makes the hardware for them. They make the software only on Xbox. And then if you want a portable, you buy the Switch. It's a win-win for everybody. They could do that tomorrow if they want. I don't see it happening right now, but it could happen eventually. But I think Sony's doing a good job putting themselves out of fucking business. This guy Jim Ryan really tore the whole company down over Call of Duty. Just remember that. When there's no more PlayStation, remember that Call of Duty did that. Remember that Jim Ryan did that because of Call of Duty.
Is it easy to get to?
And by the way, you could blame Jim Ryan for wasting our taxpayer
There's a
dollars
wall
on this
all the way around it, and they keep the gate locked. I managed
FTC
to
versus
slip past
Microsoft
the tower
lawsuit.
to avoid the guards,
Because if
but
this
I
guy
couldn't
wasn't running around making a
end up
big
getting
stink,
stretchered in.
maybe
Not
the
quite how
FTC
I
wouldn't
planned
have
it, but what the heck.
cared much. They probably would have, but you never know. So I blame him. Gaming in general isn't on its highest value right now. Yeah, you know, a lot of the games coming out just aren't that good. And they're all coming out broken, and then they jack the price up to 70. It's like, bro, the games are broken at 60. Why do you want an extra $10? You know what I mean? How about you make a game that's not broken, feature it, and then say it's going to be $70? Okay. I get times change and they got to, raise the prices of this stuff, but the biggest problem in the gaming industry right now, which is like you said, it's not as highest value because those games are coming out broken. Like the 360 generation, like every generation before like the PS4, games were okay. Like nothing was really broken. There were some games here and there. Ever since like the PS4, Xbox One gen, games are just coming out fucking broken. And it's really tiring that we're 2 gens in of like broken games coming out at full price. This is why eventually, probably within the next 20 years, they will all move to digital services and you're going to get phone games. Because they're not going to spend all the money on these games and they're still going to come out broken. You know what I mean? I think eventually there's going to be a shift in games. I could be wrong, but it feels like it's going that way. So that's why I say enjoy all the games you got now because they might not keep making them like this anymore. That's a thought of mine. I don't know that's going to happen for sure, but it seems like it could happen. Because how is this going to keep going on? Look at Callisto Protocol. Great game. The game is just shit, though. Like, it was made horribly. And that sucks because it's a new IP. And that's what we want. We want new IPs, that are good. And every time they bring out a new IP and it's broken like that, man, it just kills it. It's a buzzkill. You're making people go out and buy these machines for $500, $600. And all the games that are coming out are fucking broken? I mean, come on, man. It's like they don't care because they know people are going to buy it. And that's pretty much what people do because there's not many games coming out. And people are like, okay, I'll just buy this one game and then it's broken. Like Callisto. Which I still have to finish, but the issues with the game made me stop playing. They patched it like 10 times. Well, maybe not 10 times, but you know what I mean. At least 3 or 4 times they patched it. And there's still frame stutters. It's like, dude, what the fuck? What are you doing? So... Look at PlayStation. They got one game coming out this year, Spider-Man. I think you're going to possibly get Last of Us 2 remastered this year. Unannounced. I think you're going to get it. Microsoft, man, I don't know, man. They say they got a bunch of games coming out. I doubt it. Look at their track record. At this point, I love Xbox. I think it's great, but dude, I've been hearing about games coming out since since the One X came out, and it's like, where the fuck are these games? We haven't seen anything. So we've seen trailers like 3 years ago. Okay. Well, it takes 5 years. Okay. Well, it's not taking Sony 5 fucking years to make a game. And if it is, they're doing it pretty quick. The problem with the Sony games is they're all the fucking same, and we're getting tired of that shit. So they need to like get on it because they're gonna lose their audience. Fucking Shrek. Yeah, House of the Dead. Should I play this? Check this out. The quality of life is going to get worse and worse as the years go on. The quality of gaming life? What are you talking about? Oh, survival mode. I don't want to do that. Well, I guess I'm in it.
Run! Run! Damn. Let's do it. Yes, sir. Are we the only ones left? No one's responding.
This is the first game I own on the OG.
Let's move out. We can't forget
Great game.
our mission.
Didn't it have like that green gun? It didn't come with it, but I think Xbox had like a green gun. Might have been some third-party thing.
We can't let everyone's death be in vain. Hurry!
What was your favorite era in gaming? Like what time period?
Stay out of my way.
Okay. I don't think... I was just a kid during the 16-bit shit. I think that was probably the best time in gaming because it was exciting. But, as an adult... it's hard to say, like, it's hard to define one favorite mode. I grew up with, like, regular Nintendo, and that was cool. But, like, Super Nintendo, Genesis, like, that was, like, where it hit. I would say... you can't really pick a favorite gen. I mean, maybe you can, but I can't. Because I just love games, but... I will say Super Nintendo and Sega, that era was like the best for me. But I will say, as an adult, I think the best era for like everybody was Xbox, PS2, and GameCube. And I say that because when I worked at Best Buy, we had a ton of games coming in every day. Okay? And it was like the Wild West of gaming. It didn't matter what the game was. Everything came out, and they were just throwing shit at the wall to see what would stick. And these companies didn't play it safe. They just said, okay, we're going to make like these games. If they hit, they hit. Like they went all out in that generation. And I love that. We don't see that anymore. The 360 era was probably really good because of the online. But yeah, man, if I had to pick two eras, those would probably be the two: the Super Nintendo Genesis era, 16-bit wars, and then PlayStation 2, GameCube, Xbox. Some people add Dreamcast into that mix. I don't know, but there you go. All three were rock and roll. Yeah, because I was working there, dude. We were getting a ton of games in. They were all cool games. Even the kids' games were good. Like Narnia. Fucking adults were buying Narnia for like PS2 and Xbox and shit. I never bought it, but that's what I'm saying. Like everyone was buying shit. You had True Crime Streets of LA. It was a new IP. That was out there. You had Grand Theft Auto. You had all this crazy shit out there. Project Gotham, Forza. Capcom made a lot of those like horror games, those side horror games that go for a shit ton of money now. Like everyone just tried shit. And it was creative back then, you know what I mean? And the games were pretty big budgeted titles. You don't see that anymore. Now it's like, oh yeah, we got to make a cinematic game like Sony. It's like, no, you don't. You can make little games like you did back in the day. Early 2000 consoles, greater than the 360. Yeah, I think that generation, the 360 generation is like in a league of its own for like online gaming and stuff like that. Xbox 360 was really fucking cool though. Let's just say the 360 is a good sequel to the early 2000 consoles. I mean, technically it was almost in it. Not really. I mean, it's considered another generation completely, but it was 2005. But it's a nice sequel to what that was. I will say that. Because a lot of people jumped to Xbox 360 and they enjoyed it. And yeah, take the Wii out of the factor, because I know people are like, oh, the Wii outsold everybody. It's like, yeah, it did, but that was a different story. PlayStation picked up steam at the end of the gen. And they're like, oh, well, PlayStation 3 outsold the 360. Yeah, because it was on the market for an extra 5 years. The 360 was already dead. Modern Warfare was on another level. Yeah, Modern Warfare for 360 was like their GoldenEye. I said that when that game came out and it was blowing up, I was like, this is the GoldenEye. This is Xbox 360's GoldenEye. Modern Warfare. Very true. But I think with creativity, that PS2, GameCube, Xbox gen, untouchable. That will go down in like the history of gaming. It has to. And I think people overlook it. But that will go down as the biggest, because that was like the mainstream. That's like when games were just hitting mainstream. And they didn't, none of these companies cared. They threw everything at the wall. They were like, let's just see if this game works. Let's see if that game works. And the games are pretty good. They actually had stories to them. And, you know, people enjoyed those games. But now, forget it. Like, there's no creativity. It's like movies. Like, you know, back in the 90s, like, B-movies were, like, fun to watch. Now, ever since the 2000s, All these B movies are like direct to DVD. It's like nobody watches that shit. Nobody cares. And today, like barely, there's a handful of movies that are good. Look at the year 1995. Look at the movies that came out alone in 1995. Today, almost every single fucking movie that came out in 1995, in particular, is a cult classic. You don't get years like that anymore in movies at all. So it's already spilled over into gaming. You look at the early 2000s in gaming and you look at today in gaming, it doesn't even come close. It doesn't even come close. It's like they lost their way. There's just no creativity. And when they choose to work on a big project, it either is a hit or a miss. And you're stuck with it. You know what I mean? That's why I think eventually, when all this shit goes to the streaming and all that, they're going to give you like mobile games and phone games and shit. Because why are they going to spend the money on big budget games when they're broken and they have no ideas left? You know? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't mind being wrong.
How many of these things are there?
But you'll never get a gen like this again.
We found it.
Bro, it was crazy. Yeah, I remember. I was there. Like I said on the podcast, excuse me. I remember when Gears of War came out.
My dear Daniel.
We had people walking off the street saying, hey,
The doctors say
I need this game called Gears of War and I need an Xbox 360.
territory, if it will save your life.
Because they saw the chainsaw. They saw Marcus Phoenix chainsaw on a friggin'
Since we lost contact with Rogan, we can't wait any longer.
the hell were they called again?
I promised Mom that I'd bring him
I'm
home.
blanking out on the name. I know they're called the Swarm now, but what the hell were they called? Anyway, they saw Marcus Phoenix chainsaw on a guy. And that was it. People had to buy the machine, they had to buy the game. What did you think? What do you think it is? Do you think the entertainment as a whole is just running out of ideas? That's why shit's not good anymore? Yeah, I do. Why are they rebooting all these shows? Why are they rebooting all these movies? And they're making them worse. They're not making them better. You know what I mean? In the last... look at New Year's Eve last night. I was watching the things. All the bands and shit are from the 80s and 90s. Because people like me are like turning 40 years old. Like we grew up with that stuff, so they're catering to me. But we're sitting there, like my wife and I, we're like, these people are still alive. You got people rocking and rolling that are like 70, 80 years old. And to be honest with you, there's no musicians anymore. We used to have all these categories of music. Now it's just fucking club music. There's no rock and roll anymore. There's no alternative rock. There's none of this shit anymore. It's all just club music. All that shit compounded into club music. It's just entertainment as a whole just sucks. Look at sports back in the day. You had Michael Jordan, Larry Bird. You had all the basketball players, Patrick Ewing, Charles Oakley, Charles Barkley, John Spark. You had all these guys. They were all megastars. They were all like role models and idols. You don't hear about anybody today. You hear about LeBron James. One guy. When I was growing up, you heard of like 50 guys. You know what I mean? Like everything just eventually fades away. You know, I don't know why, but like if you watch sports, you know who everybody is, but like nobody's truly a megastar like they were back in the day. Nobody's front and center anymore. You know what I mean? Like there were several people back then. Now there's like one guy. I can't find the main Xbox dashboard anywhere. You're gonna have to download the Rocky 5 disc. Here, let me hang on. Rocky 5 soft mod extras disc. Trainwreck, go to that link I sent you. Hang on. Let's see if I can link you directly to it. Where's that link? No. Nope, that's the wrong thing. Right here. I'm going to tell you where to go. I'm going to give you the link again. Go there. Go into Extras Disc. There's a folder called Extras Disc. You're going to see Xbox Soft Modding Tool Extras Disc ISO. You're going to download that. And then you're going to go into Extras. You're going to download Extras Disc Attacher. It's a zip file. You're going to download that. Then I'll tell you what to do. Yeah, man, I think entertainment just in general is just shit. Like, they drop like albums at like 4 o'clock in the morning on your phone now. Like, you don't know anything that's coming out. You don't know what's out. You don't know what the fuck's going on anymore. Nobody promotes anything. I don't see commercials anymore. I don't see trailers anymore unless I'm online. Like, everything is different now. Things are just way different. And it's weird, but I mean, I get things change and I understand. But it's just totally not like it was back in the day.
Get away!
You're going to download that extras disc. You're going to download that other file. And then you're going to put that into a folder in the E applications directory. You could just name it extras disc attach. You can name it soft modding tools or whatever, extras. From there, you can go to dashboards and install the Microsoft dashboard. And it'll put it back on your console.
What? A security guard? You gotta be kidding!
Looks like he's from RE2.
Let's keep going. Hey, we're just passing through.
I mean, why do you guys think they're bringing back Dead Space? Why do you think they're doing? Because they don't have any fucking ideas to make a new IP. And to be honest, that's the beginning of the company showing you they're not willing to spend new money on IPs. Not willing to spend money on new IPs. They're playing it safe because they know they're going to get the money for Dead Space. They know people are going to buy it. Same thing with Capcom. Resident Evil 4 Remake. Why is Capcom making the game? Not because they love us, because they want fucking money. And they know Resident Evil 2 and 4 were the most popular fucking games in the franchise. And that's why they're going to make them. And they know they're going to make a shit ton of money back. What are they going to do with that money? Make Resident Evil 9 where you're in fucking space? That has nothing to do with the game anymore? Like, what are they going to do? So I'm saying, like, and that's what's really hurting this generation is that we're playing remakes on consoles that we paid $500 fucking for, and we already played these games. Now, is it cool to have a remake? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, we're buying the same fucking games. We're not buying anything new on the new machines. That's the issue.
We don't know when he'll show up again. Keep your eyes open.
That's why games like Callisto Protocol, they were a spiritual successor to Dead Space. That game should have been better than Dead Space. Okay? But because of the way that it came out, all fucking broken, Dead Space is probably going to be polished. And that's going to show other companies like, oh yeah, we don't need to make a new game. We could take one of our old franchises and revive it and save money. You know what I mean? That's what's going to hurt. That's why, like, you know, Callisto Protocol and all these newer games, they need to not be coming out broken.
Gee, above you! Well, he certainly is persistent.
Is he dead? No.
Gee, there!
Got it. Lisa, slide under it!
Rogan.
Well, they got like Ghostbusters font. So I don't know.
Lisa.
Yeah.
I can only hope for the best for gaming. I don't think there's going to be... for like 10 years I'm hearing about this stupid gaming crash. It's like there's not going to be a crash. It's just going to go in a different direction.
Always involved in missions like this?
Yeah. Who knows how many times your father and I survived by the skin of our teeth. What do you think your father did for a living?
Look, Daniel. It's the key. This will remove the barrier between life and death. You don't need to fear anything anymore, Daniel. Not even death.
Yeah, by making him a monster.
You getting along with Rogan?
I don't know. My father always put work ahead of his family. I barely have any memories of him spending time with Mom and me.
Ouch. That's pretty harsh.
Well, what do you expect? He's always making us worry. I should slap him upside the head for Mom.
What? What am I watching? It's got some, like, Springer drama in this game.
Watch out for the tentacles!
You got it? Alright, good.
It's like we're in some giant plant.
Lisa, back me up!
Finally, we're out. But what the hell is that thing?
Rip off Resident Evil?
Lisa, this way.
I'm not ready to be pushing up daisies just yet.
Where's Barry with the flamethrower? Man, this level's crazy. Definitely from Aliens. Oh, man. Oh.
I never was any good at gardening. It looks like it'll open if we shoot it.
things are getting on my nerves.
Nice.
We finally made it out. Worried about Rogan?
Gnome ward. Only gardening gnomes.
I know just what Dad would say if he was here. You've got to believe in yourself, Lisa. He always says the same thing over and over. I'm sick of it.
Daniel, have I stepped outside the bounds of human morality? Most of my researchers have left me.
Dude, the kid's not even awake. Who the hell are you talking to?
Gee, what happened to the world?
The 1998 Curian Mansion case happened, I suppose. The project was a threat to humanity itself. Your father and I put a stop to it, though.
Obviously not.
Let's go down.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Lisa, back me up!
Oh, terrible.
What a great game.
Out of my way!
You can actually rescue people in this game. The other game, you got like 2 seconds to rescue the guard.
What's that smell? Oh, man!
What is this place? Some sort of feeding ground? Trapped.
Dude, this is fucking scarier than Resident Evil Village.
Get ready.
It's a sloth. That's funny. He's got dead bodies falling on you after he shakes the cage. That's funny. I like that.
Enough yet?
Sweet.
So, you and my father stopped Kyrion's plans, right?
No. That's why we're here.
Maybe someone's trying to continue his legacy.
I found it, Daniel. These genes will change the future. The magician and the wheel of fate.
That guy sucks.
Lisa, wait!
Unauthorized personnel detection.
This isn't
Security
good.
systems activated.
Lisa,
Priority level
this
3
way.
areas locked down. All Gee! Over there!
Not even Rogan was this persistent.
We're waiting for G over there. Is that a Crimson Head? No! Oh well. We almost got to the end. We're waiting for G over there. Good game. I have this game downstairs, but I don't remember sitting down and playing this one. Good game. Oh, this game came out in 2002. That's crazy. Oh, there you go. I gotta show you guys this Xbox. You guys probably don't even realize it. It's in a clear green case. I have one that's in a purple case. Now it's funny, this one doesn't have an SSD, and neither does the other one I have. I have SSDs, but what's the point right now for these machines?
December 18th, 1998.
The one I did inside that my wife uses, that has the SSD in it.
Year 2000.
And in fact, I'm going to reopen that. I might do a live stream on that. I don't know. I have to open that one. We put the fan in that Frank bought, but I ordered a Noctua fan, so it's even quieter. And then I had to add a Noctua fan on the heatsink, because the fan on the heatsink is the stock fan, and that makes a lot of noise. So I'm going to do a video on that. Maybe I'll do that later tonight, I don't know.
Most dangerous enemy mankind has ever encountered.
More RE than Village.
Contact, bro.
So
Can't
bad,
wait
like,
any
there's
longer.
4 people watching them.
Mom,
And yes,
bring him home. Let's
Capcom
go,
needs to
G.
keep it simple, less is more. Yeah, I know that. And this is the problem with Capcom, and they do this with everything. Capcom, when they make a game that everyone loves, I think Capcom gets overly excited, and that's where they start fucking doing crazy shit. Because they get so excited, they think doing more is like bigger, better, and better, and it's like, no, man, like just keep it.
G, over there.
Let's do this quickly. What a mess.
Keep it like you said, less is more, right? Resident Evil Village is fucking Dungeons and Dragons. Like even Frank recognized half that stuff from D&D.
The Dead 3.
Then they stole the fucking propeller guy. You know what I mean? And then the Heinsberg thing made no sense. Like, it's stupid. Like they went fucking crazy with that game. And they didn't have to. You know, Resident Evil 7, it divided the audience because of the whole first-person thing. But at the end of the day, and Richard and I talked about this, JP Zombie, when I was streaming it last year. Resident Evil 7 is really a reboot. That's why Chris doesn't look like Chris and all this other stuff. But what happened was, everyone got confused. Capcom never clarified it. And they said, alright, we'll just make it... We'll really make it 7. And that's why 8 is like all weirded out. With Chris being involved. But, 7 at least stuck to it being a remake, reboot, whatever the hell, not a remake, but a reboot. It stuck to that whole premise of you're locked in a house and you can't get out. And yeah, they added some supernatural shit in the ship, but whatever. 8 was off the rails again. It's like, this is D&D. It would have been a great, like, IP on its own, featuring Chris Redfield, but they fucked it up, man. And whatever, everyone ran out and bought it and ate it up, and it is a good game for what it is, but now that's going to be Resident Evil. Like, unfortunately, you're going to get all this weird shit now. I think the dolls, I think that's the dumbest part in the whole fucking game, and I'm embarrassed.
Most dangerous enemy mankind has
Which direction
ever
do you think,
encountered.
9? I think they just continue it.
Can't wait any longer.
Obviously, they're not doing the winter storyline. That's done. They're just going to go back to one of the original characters and work on that. I know everyone on Anthony's channel is like, oh, well, it's going to be in the future. Chris and Joe are going to be like 7 years old. It's like, no, they're not going to do that. They're just going to...
Got to believe
They probably won't ignore the events of 8.
terrible. I'm
but they're not gonna harp on the events of 8. They're just gonna move on.
Rogan, where are you? What's his name?
And I don't think it's gonna be a time jump. I think a lot of people are like worried about that. I'm like, there's nothing to worry about. I'm not really gonna do that. Maybe they'll do a time jump of like 5 years or something. I don't see them time jumping. Everyone's like, well, Rose is gonna be in it. Like, no, she's not. The whole DLC was to wrap up her character. I don't think you'll see Rose ever again. I think they go back to Jill, Claire, Leon, or Chris. But I hope we can only imagine the crazy shit Capcom's gonna do with 9. And that's what ruins the franchise. That's why they had to reboot the first fucking franchise. Because they went off the fucking rails with the story. And they're doing it again.
December 18th, 1998. The year 2000.
I think there was a file of shit we read about Raccoon City.
And now.
Well, I will tell you, the game, if you look at it from top to bottom while you're playing it, it looks like a reboot. The name of it's Resident Evil Biohazard, with the 7 highlighted in the name. But that might have been done to be a wink-wink. I don't think Capcom knew what they wanted to do with this game. With 7. They wanted to just, like, see what the audience thought.
Most dangerous.
That's why they never really put a stamp on it.
Ever encountered.
And then they made Village, and that totally put a stamp on it. But it was just a sequel. But if you play that game, man, everything, like, connects with it being a reboot. If they made a game where you're a Raccoon City survivor and told a story about... Yeah, I mean, there's other stories that went down in Raccoon City. It wasn't just fucking Leon and Claire.
Rogan, where are you?
I mean, what was that? What game was that? The one where Marvin had like a crew of like officers that took off and then left them there? They told that story, right? I mean, it's not like canon, but it's out there.
The House of the Dead 3.
I would like a Marvin game. I know that sounds fucking stupid, but if you could get me a Marvin game, can you imagine in the RE engine if they made a prequel to RE2 and you're Marvin and you go to work and you go to RPD and there's people walking around and shit doing, you know what I mean? Like, how crazy would that be? He goes to work that day, it's a normal day, and then all the shit goes down as you're playing the game. You know how fucking cool that would be? And then, listen to me. When you start the game, he enters the RPD. He's getting ready for work. He walks by one of the help desks, and getting help is a girl named Elsa Walker.
December 18th, 1998.
Wouldn't that be fucking crazy? I would totally do it. I would make a Marvin game.
The year 2000. And now.
Oh yeah, that was Outbreak. You guys gotta play that together on the channel. Yeah, Anthony was gonna set that up so we could play it online, but he never did. definitely play it. He lets me know what the hell to do. I know there's videos on how to do it, but
mankind
I'll get that set up when he's ready to play.
We lost contact with Rogan. We can't wait any longer.
We can have all of us play. Outbreak should have been on the original Xbox. Because the original Xbox had the hard drive. That's what really fucked that game up, was not everybody had that Final Fantasy hard drive. Dude, like you open a door, it took like 5 minutes.
Rogan, where are you? What's his name?
Phone connection. That's the whole thing. Yeah, there was broadband, but not everybody had broadband. And if you had broadband, you were playing with people that had dial-up. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't a good... Great idea, horrible execution. That game should have just came with a fucking hard drive. People would have bought it. A new Outbreak and current jailbait. Yeah, they can't figure out how to do that. Don't worry though, you'll get Exo Primal, the game that's already dead on arrival. Xbox also had better online server. Yeah, that's true. It still does. But yeah. Outbreak should have been... Xbox doesn't have a Resident Evil game, the OG Xbox. Outbreak would have been perfect, because it had the hard drive built into every machine. It had broadband in every machine. It would have been beautiful. And they fucking blew it. Well, they were thinking about putting RE4 on the OG Xbox, and, what is it, Shinji Mikami? Is that the guy?
December 18th, 1998.
They had a meeting with him, and apparently he laughed them out the building. He said Xbox just doesn't get what we're doing. And that, like, disqualified Xbox from having Resident Evil. And now he fucking works for Xbox. Isn't that the irony?
Most dangerous enemy mankind has ever encountered.
We lost contact with Rogan. We can't wait any longer.
That's the thing, like, all these companies laughed at Xbox, but, dude, who's gonna be, like, the fucking dominant player right now? Sony stepped in a lot of shit, man, with this Activision thing, because if this deal doesn't go through, do you think Call of Duty's staying on PlayStation? I fucking doubt it. Do you think Activision's gonna want to do business with Sony after this? I highly fucking doubt it. It cost them $70 billion. Sony just fucking dug its own grave. And they put the nail in the fucking coffin.
Let's do this quickly.
If Microsoft, if the deal doesn't go through, they're fucked. If the deal goes through, they're fucked. All Sony had to do was play ball.
House of the Dead.
And instead they fucking ran out into traffic screaming and yelling, embarrassed everybody, caused a scene, and look where we are now. They disrupted the industry. And they cost taxpayers a lot of money. Because we gotta pay for the stupid trial. RE4's on OG Xbox would have been awesome at the time. Yeah, it would have been, and it would have been the best version, too. Imagine with 720p support. But that's alright. I think if you were gonna put a Resident Evil game, if not 4, Outbreak would have been beautiful. Outbreak was like the game that needed to be on this machine, this Xbox. They could totally make a new Outbreak, but like I said, they won't do it because they want to keep making remakes. So what Anthony had heard last year, or the year before, was they didn't want to do Code Veronica because it wasn't a numbered title, and that's where they want to go. They want all the numbered titles to make money. But if they listen to all the fan outcry, maybe they'll do it. I don't know. But that's why everyone wants Code Veronica, but that's why it wasn't on the cards.
And now.
It wasn't in the cards. Because they wanted to keep doing the numbered sequel. Because they knew it was guaranteed money.
Most dangerous enemy mankind has ever encountered.
We lost contact with Rogan. We can't wait any longer.
I promised Mom that I'd bring him home. Let's go, G.
This is such a fucking meme.
Keep running. Got to believe in yourself.
I like how
Harold,
Rock and
I'm
Austin
not gonna
follow
stop
this
until I
fucking.
find my dad.
Rogan, where are you? What's his name?
Steve Austin and Dwayne Johnson follow 90s WWE.
G, over there.
Let's do this quickly. What a mess. See ya.
The House of the Dead 3.
Holy shit, John Cena has a huge fucking bald spot in his head. Wow. Oh. He should have just fucking shaved his head. What the fuck is this guy doing? Dude, it's not one little
December
bald spot.
18th,
He's got a whole
1998.
fucking, like, globe on the back of his head.
The year 2000. And now.
Xbox
Dangerous
sale is
enemy
I think
mankind
PlayStation
has
sale.
ever encountered.
I think that ends
Contact with Rogan. We can't wait any longer.
I promised Mom that I'd bring him home. Let's go, G.
Tuesday.
Lisa, keep running.
Got to believe in yourself. Oh, Harold, I'm not gonna
What the
stop
hell
until
is
I
this,
find
Frankie?
my dad.
Fly under it.
Rogan.
There's a mod for the PS3 called Frankie. I don't even know what the fuck that is. I gotta look that up.
G, over there.
Let's do this quickly.
What a mess. See ya.
PS3.
The House of the Dead 3.
Frankenstein. What the fuck is this shit? This guy's Facebook page. A backwards compatible PlayStation 3 with a slim PS3 GPU. Glad to see another
December
Frankie and
18th,
survived the procedure.
1998.
It should fix one of the biggest design flaws in the original models.
The year 2000. And now.
I can't believe people are doing this shit. So people are buying PS3s from Japan because they're being shipped over here for cheap. I mean, they're just at a cheaper price over there, and they're being shipped here cheap as well. But they're buying PS3 backwards compatible models from Japan because they're expensive here. And they're doing this shit, I guess, where they're taking CPUs off the fucking board from the slims and putting them on the fats.
Lisa, keep running!
Got to believe in yourself. Oh, Harold, I'm not gonna stop until I find my dad.
Rogan, where are you? It's a lane over here.
Gee, over there.
Let's do this quickly.
What a mess. See ya.
The House of the Dead 3.
Frankie. And this is a new mod from last year. Well, I hate to break it to people, but the fucking Slim, I had a Slim just die on me for no reason. I had to take care of my stuff, and it just was dead. The fucking APU was shot, or CPU, or whatever the fuck's on there. So, good luck to those people that are doing this crazy mod.
December 18th, 1998.
It might not work out in their favor in the end. Any questions or comments before I head out? It's already 10 o'clock in the morning.
And now.
It's crazy. I'll be back at some point today. I don't know what I'll be doing. If I'll be streaming a game or if I'll be doing a live stream. I want to do the fans in that Xbox, but I have to go to the store to like stream that. Because I don't have the lighting here or the cameras.
Most dangerous.
But I don't want to go to the store. I'm closed today. I don't want to be there and people like knocking on the window and shit.
We can't wait any longer.
I usually like to go there at nighttime and do stuff, but I don't know. It depends. Maybe I'll be back streaming gameplay and then later tonight I'll go play.
Lisa, keep running!
Got to believe in yourself. Oh, Harold, I'm not gonna stop until I find my dad.
Rogan, where are you? It's a lane over here.
I gotta work on that,
Gee, over there.
Let's do this
work on that video.
What a mess. See ya.
The House of the Dead 3.
Alright, I'm going to run. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. Happy New Year. Take care. And I will see you guys in a little bit. Peace.